trying to lose a few pounds or maintain a healthy lifestyle, it can be challenging if you don't have all the right information. But March is National Nutrition Month, and joining us this morning is Emily Williams, Director of Dietary Services at the Delmar Center for Rehabilitation and Nursing. Good morning, Emily. Thank you so much for joining us.
Good morning.
Now, if you're changing your diet, what recommendations do you have for people who may be struggling with making those healthy choices if they don't know what they don't know?
Right. I think it's important that people really pay attention to what they're putting in their body. So when you go to the grocery store, make sure you're looking at the food label, reading what ingredients are in your food, right? So maybe if the first three ingredients are sugar or butter, is that really the right choice to make? So make sure you're reading the food label, how much salt is in there, how much fat, how much added sugar. Making sure you're getting enough fruits and vegetables in your diet. That can be just a big, easy change, right? Getting more water throughout the day is really important.
I know drinking water for me is sometimes the hardest part.
It can be.
You don't think about it. What are some of the dietary changes that we might see throughout our life? I imagine that somebody who's 25 years old might have a different needs than someone who's 75 or 80 years old.
Definitely. Once you're over 60, you're at a higher risk for certain illnesses and diseases. So it is important to have a couple extra pounds. So the actual healthy BMI is a 22 once you're over age 60. Just because once you're at that higher risk for diseases, if you do get sick, you lose your appetite, then you have that extra calorie source and reserve for your body to use once you're sick and you're not really eating as well. Also higher risk for vitamin D deficiency, just because usually you're not outside as much being active when you were younger. Also, vitamin B12 is also a higher risk for deficiency when you're older.
All right, and I imagine there's a lot more health risks for us as we age and we get older.
There is, yes, definitely.
Right. Now, social media, it plays such a big role in people's lives nowadays. There's always these diet fads, trends, things that are happening on social media. How do those play a role in how we get our information on the internet? Some facts versus fiction or myths?
Right. I think it's important that we talk to a qualified healthcare professional, like a dietitian. We have 5+ years of schooling. We have a master's. We have 1,200+ hours in supervised experience, and we have to pass the licensing exam. These influencers, they will just probably go about the fad diets, right? A lot of fad diets out there nowadays are bashing carbohydrates. But it's really important to know that carbs aren't the enemy. There are bad carbs and good carbs, like your ice cream, cookies, and cakes. Yeah, those are bad carbs, for sure. But there are also your rice, your potatoes, oats, fruits, which are really good for you. They have lots of fiber, and they provide really good vitamins and minerals for you.
So we should just pay attention to what we're doing. We don't know what we don't know.
Exactly.
Talk to an expert.
Right.
Best advice. All right. Emily, thank you so much for joining us. We're going to send things over to Greg with a look at the weather.